Okay, so we have here cumulative frequency. Below are the scores of 55 students in a 40-item quiz. Questions. Number 1. How many students scored 24 or less? Question number 2. How many students got scores of 35 and above? Question number 3. If 30 is the passing score, how many students passed the test? Okay, so we are given the class interval. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 classes. Now, given the frequencies, we have the following for a total of 55 students. So before we can answer these questions, we need to provide a column for the less than cumulative frequency and the greater than cumulative frequency. So starting off with the less than cumulative frequency, we have here, we're going to start from the top and keep adding the frequencies until we reach the last frequency. So we start off with 3, and 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 12 is 23. 23 plus 15 is 38. 38 plus 7 is 45. 45 plus 5 equals 50. And 50 plus 5 is equal to 55. Now we have to make sure that the number here is the same as this number. Otherwise, you have to repeat the process. Then here we have our greater than cumulative frequency. Okay, so for the greater than cumulative frequency, we're going to start from the bottom and keep adding the frequencies upwards until the last frequency. So we start off with 5. Okay, so I'm gonna cover this so that it will not distract us. 5, and then you add 5, that would be 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 15 is 32. 32 plus 12 is 44. 44 plus 8 is 52. And 52 plus 3 is equal to 55. Okay, so our table is complete. Now we go back to the questions. In question number 1, how many students scored 24 or less? So we look at the class interval. So here is the number or the score of 24. Now going to the right, we have here now, because we're going to look for those with 24 or less, so we use the less than cumulative frequency. And then in the same row, we have the answer here of 23. So question number 1, the answer is 23. Now for question number 2, how many students got scores of 35 and above? So here again in the class interval, we have 35. Now going to the right, since it's and above, so we use the greater than cumulative frequency. So here we have a 10. So the number of students who got scores of 35 and above is 10. Now for question number 3, if 30 is the passing score, how many students passed the test? So 30 is here, okay, 30 to 34, and then since this is the passing score 30, then it is understood that 30 and above will also be considered as passing. So we are going to use the greater than cumulative frequency. So here is 30, so the number is 17. So 17 students out of the 55 passed the test. Okay, that is the answer to the questions. I hope you understood now the process, so you'll be ready to take on your assessment.